In this video, I will be creating a full-fledged Unity horror game in just 8 hours. So let's go ahead and get started. So first is the game loop, and this is how the story is going to be. So now let's go ahead and start the 8-hour timer. I started off by getting the cabin from the Unity asset store, and it actually worked pretty good. It had an interactive door system, but I needed a way for the player to freeze when they went outside. So for that, I added a freeze meter, and it actually worked. So now it's cold outside and extremely warm in the cabin. Now, to speed things up, I did some coding and now I started to look for a ghost or monster model. So I found one, and in Blender, I tried adding my own textures to it, but it sort of turned out bad. So I deleted it and got another model from Blender, and I just created my own, adjusting it how I wanted to. Next, I added a crawling animation for Mixamo to the model. So now it just comes and it just crawls toward you. So now then I looked for a jump scare or a slap animation. I got it from Mixamo, so then when it crawls toward you and it comes to you, it just slaps you. And now, after that, I kind of messed up. I forgot to save my Unity project, and I ended up redoing everything because I lost everything I did. So this wasted hours. So then after that, I knew that I had to speed things up if I wanted to finish the challenge. So after wasting hours recreating the environment and adding player mechanisms again, I was left with only 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 16 seconds to finish the game. Now I needed a fire model in the cabin so the player could survive. So I searched for hours, but all of them were too expensive on the asset store. So I headed over to Blender and I worked for hours and hours. So not really hours because I only had 2 hours left. So I worked for almost about an hour. And then after that, I finally finished the fire model and actually worked pretty good. You could also add sticks to it, and the player could be very warm and survive. Next, I looked for sound effects, and I actually got them. And after some coding, I got the sound effects working. So now I wanted to change my ghost model to the one that Shockhat did in the game with Devil. So I deleted my ghost model, and I looked for another one for a devil. So I mean, not really a devil, but like the deer. So I looked for it, and I actually got it. And then now what I needed was a so I wanted it to look through the window. So what I did was I looked for an animation on Mixamo, but I couldn't find it. So I went to Blender and I created my own animation so it could stare through the window. And after almost half an hour, I finally got the window animation working. So after some adjustments, I got the window animation working, and at the end it kind of looked like this. So right when I finished the window animation, my time was up, the clock ticked, and but I had to go overtime because I needed to add a cinemachine to if the player wins the game, it says you survived till morning, and if they don't, it says you lost. Right. So after that, I added some sound effects, and after the sound effects, the game was officially over. So. And if you want me to be honest, I actually did go a little over time to finish the game. So I did around 8 hours, 58 minutes, something like that. So almost 9 hours. But I'm happy I finally finished the game. And if you would like to see more content like this, consider subscribing and I've spent a lot of time making this video. So if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.